We got more news. The Broncos officially released Dre Greenlaw today. We talked about this the last couple of weeks. Of all the Niners retreads, this is the one retread we would be open to bringing back conditionally on a 1-year prove-it deal. Do you think the 49ers will get him? And if they do you think that would counteract the D's that they earned today with their moves?
Okay. I'll get to the D's and the counteract in the end. If the Niners go after him and get him on a restricted contract, I think it would be great. I'm all in with that. They have a good defense, but they don't have a ferocious defense. Seattle has a ferocious defense. They need ferociousness, ferocity.
Yeah.
He would bring it. He would bring it. He would elevate Fred Warner's game. Fred Warner needs him. They have a good defense. I think he could bring it up a notch.
Mm-hmm.
So I would really think it would be good. Now, will they get him? Iggy, it's so hard to tell with these people that things that seem obvious to you and me, I don't know what they're thinking. I would love to think that they are talking to Dre's people right now. What do you think?
That too. And maybe Dre's thinking, let's put my personal feelings aside and forget what happened last year and go back and get my career back on track. But it seems like some people leave the 49ers and with a real bitter taste in their mouth. Jimmy Garoppolo was that guy. I wonder if Dre Greenlaw was that guy. The Niners tried to bring him back last year. I think they made him an offer at the very last minute that was competitive. And then John and Kyle said on the record that they flew to Dre Greenlaw's house and were trying to convince him to take the job. And it felt like the way he felt was the Niners lowballed him and didn't come back and make him a real serious offer until the Broncos already had. And he took it personally and felt disrespected and unappreciated. And I wonder if he would go back or if he feels like I don't want to do that again. What do you think, Dad? Do you think you can fix that relationship?
I think it's all about money. It's all about starting.
Yeah.
And I think more important than the relationship is it a good deal for him?
Yeah.
And remember, the Broncos just got rid of him. So the Broncos may have been. Yeah. And also he may have seen the Broncos as a savior, but he doesn't anymore. So he may have fewer options. And as far as the relationship goes, he's not going to talk to Parag. He's not going to talk to Jed. He'd be in the locker room and the guys would appreciate him. So I think he can get over that stuff. And then people could say he has a change of heart and he was, everything's, all of that bullshit.
Yeah. And I think Fred Warner would be happy to have him back. Nick Bosa would be happy to have him back. The whole defense would be happy to have him back. I think bringing back Dre Greenlaw would be probably a more important addition than Raheem Morris.
I think we could agree on that. But now you also ask me, let's assume they're going to get Greenlaw. It's an assumption. We don't know. But let's pretend. Does that make up for the 2 D grades that we gave them leading up to this? No, because it's 2 D grades and 1, let's say, A grade. What does that grade out to?
Also, Greenlaw isn't necessarily – you're taking a flyer on Dre Greenlaw. You're giving him a 1-year deal, and if he plays no games or if he plays 7 games and you say, c'est la vie, we gave him only a little bit of money. If he plays 17, God love you. But Mike Evans has to play 17 games. You'd be bringing in Dre Greenlaw and maybe saying, well, if he doesn't work out, we still have Eric Kendricks or Garrett Wallow or D. Winters. Mike Evans has to work out. Has to. So, yeah, Dre Greenlaw could be great. And if he isn't, that'd be okay. But that seems like a more minor move for a minor contract.
Which could turn out to have dividends.
It could. So do it. Don't bring back Debo.
Oh, God. Iggy, again, if they bring back Debo, which I don't think they will, we have to have a special show to talk about it.
And what's so funny is that I think most Niner fans expect him to bring back Debo just because we're all cynical and we've seen this organization operate. I put out a tweet a few hours ago saying, hey, at least they didn't sign Debo Samuel. I must have got 100 replies saying, yet. I don't think they will. I don't think they will.
I think.
It's
Listen,
Debo.
I think they're soured on him.
Yeah, I think so. Well, he hit a teammate.
At the end of his Niners career, he was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Who needs him? Dre Greenlaw, I never heard that he was a pain. I never heard anything like that.
No, but you know what, Dad? They don't need Dre Greenlaw. And they don't really need to add any more players on defense because now that they have Mike Evans, they're just going to outscore everyone. Kittle said that.
Yeah. Well, it's not about Evans. Just that he didn't say with Evans, but he said they would, which is not how you think about football. And it was a very naive thing for Kittle to say. Very naive.
Yeah, and it was kind of fitting for them to finally lose, scoring 6 points in a game. Like, you didn't even come close.
Yeah, that's not even a touchdown and an extra point, I guess.
And what was so interesting is this year, the Seahawks won their Super Bowl with defense. And last year, the Eagles won their Super Bowl with defense. Seems like it's always been a truism that defense wins championships, but it seems like now more than ever in the NFL, that's the best way to win is putting together a really good defense. And it seems really hard to put together a really great offense because the quarterback gets paid too much money and then you have to sacrifice elsewhere.
Iggy, even if the Niners have a great defense, which they don't, not yet, they have a good defense, you still need to score something.
Something. Yeah.
You need to score
hard to win when you score nothing.
Yeah.
Points are important.
You need points.
Lyle Bolliard says, what happened to the Niners saying last year it's all about 2026 season? If this is it, they are in big trouble. Yeah, remember that, Dad? Last year they said, listen, we're not going to be too active in free agency. We're trying to reset. We want to get younger. Wait till next year. Here we are, and the big move is Mike Evans.
There's a columnist out there who said the big season is 2027.
2027? What if it's 2028? What if we were all wrong and it's 2028? All right, we got
Iggy,
one more.
Wait. Whatever happened to the Niners saying, we want to win a Super Bowl? Because, Iggy, they're not going to win a Super Bowl this upcoming season. Whatever happened to them saying, not that we want to win, we expect to win a Super Bowl? When I was a young man and I covered this team, they expected to win Super Bowls.
Yes.
And if they didn't, it was a failure.
Yeah.
That's a good mindset. This team doesn't expect to win Super Bowls. This team expects to be okay, to look presentable, to lose in the playoffs, to have excuses, to have injuries. Whatever happened to we expect to win a Super Bowl? Where did that go? I mean, I like that mentality. You could be wrong, but it's better than what they have now. You think if you walk into that locker room and you were like invisible and the guys were talking, no coaches, you think they're saying we expect to win a Super Bowl in early 2027? I don't think anyone would have the nerve to say that in that locker room.